All right, what's up, YouTube? So today I'm gonna show you how I mixed this song. Literally just made it today, and I haven't even posted the song. I'm thinking of posting it sometime, probably this week. But yeah, just another in the mix tutorial. So welcome, and let's just get right into it. So I'll play a little bit of the beat, and then I'll play the dry vocals, and then after that I'll play the vocals in with the song. So here's just the beat by itself. And here's the final product with some vocals in it.
Kicking around like I'm from Argentina. Better what time, so I think I'm patina. Smoothing like water, call me Aquafina. Dancing around, calling me ballerina. I'm just getting started, I'm started to heat up. I'ma take all of my pride and not taking my skills, and I really just hoping they meet her like, yeah. I'm flying around like Shazam. I'm going up and I'm going right here to Japan.
All right, let's get into it. So I'll play this part right here, and here's what it sounds like dry. And then I'll kind of explain what I got going on. So this.
I'ma take all of my pride and not taking my skills, and I really just hoping they meet her like, yeah.
So as you can see, that needs a lot of work. Obviously, I don't have a treated room, but I actually didn't really feel like I needed to get rid of that echo. So I'll just kind of go through what I did. So as you can see, I have a dry summing stack, and I have a call it tune summing stack. In other words, all of these are going to be using auto tune. So first thing I did was on each individual track, I have the pitch correction, and this is just Logic stock pitch correction. Just set it to the key, and here's with that on.
I'ma take all of my pride and not taking my skills, and I really just hoping they meet her like, yeah.
And then after that, I essentially route all of these, and I wanted to try something new and just simplify things. So I route all of these to summing stack, and I do all of the processing on here. And so as you can see, each one of these tracks literally just have pitch correction, maybe a little bit of channel EQ, but they all route to here. And in here is where I do all of the editing and the mixing. So the first thing I have is a gate.
I'ma take all of my pride and not taking my skills, and I really just hoping they meet her like, yeah. I'ma take all.
And then that's just to catch anything below a certain threshold. Just want to get rid of the noise floor, or the floor noise. I don't know what you call it, but anything that's just beneath a certain volume, just get rid of all that. And then I have another auto tune on here. So this is Waves auto tune.
I'ma take all of my pride and not taking my skills, and I really just hoping they meet her like, yeah.
So one thing I realized is that you don't have to just use one plugin of something. So it's like, I don't know why this didn't really compute with me, but you don't have to use just one auto tune. You can use multiple if you want. And so that's what I decided to do here. And now it's some of the cleanup. So I have the REQ, and this is taking out some lows and some mids and sweeping everything beneath like 150.
I'ma take all of my pride and not taking my skills, and I really just hoping they meet her like, yeah.
Then I have a de-esser as well. And so that's the next thing I control, just the sibilants and the S's.
I'ma take all of my pride and not taking my skills, and I really just hoping they meet her like, yeah.
Then after that, I have a R compressor on there, and this is going to be taming the peaks and just first sort of wave of keeping everything together.
I'ma take all of my pride and not taking my skills, and I really just hoping they meet her like, yeah.
So that's actually like pretty aggressive, but I just felt like the whole thing kind of just needed to be really controlled. So it's a really light ratio. It's 1.93, 1.94. But I just felt like all of it needed to really just be put in place because I'm kind of all over the place dynamically. Next thing I have is a SSL, and this is for shaping the vocal. Whoops. So here we go. Here's with it on.
I'ma take all of my pride and not taking my skills, and I really just hoping they meet her like, yeah.
And then after that, I have the CLA vocals, and for the tuned vocals, or for the vocals with like auto tune on them, I have a little bit of reverb, some delay, and then also some like stereo imaging, and got rid of a little bit of lows, boost it just a tiny bit of highs and have the parallel compression on as well.
I'ma take all of my pride and not taking my skills, and I really just hoping they meet it like, yeah.
And I thought those are like a really cool reverb and delay setting, so I just kept those. Then after that, I have the CLA 76, and this is the really aggressive compression.
I'ma take all of my pride and not taking my skills, and I really just hoping they meet it like, yeah.
You could definitely kind of feel that one just like really keeps everything together and just like sits it in place even more. And after that, I have the de-esser to get rid of any harshness that was brought up.
I'ma take all of my pride and not taking my skills, and I really just hoping they meet it like, yeah.
Another arc compressor.
I'ma take all of my pride and not taking my skills, and I really just hoping they meet it like, yeah.
And right there, I feel like that sounds pretty good like by itself. But then after I do all of that, I want to make sure that it sits in the song really well. And so that's why I have even more processing. And the next thing I have is a channel EQ to get rid of some of these lows and mids and just anything that's kind of harsh.
I'ma take all of my pride and not taking my skills, and I really just hoping they meet it like, yeah.
And so that was kind of like the next step that I had to think of. It's like once I do all my basic processing, how do I best fit it in the mix? And my voice is kind of boomy a little bit, so I have to get rid of a significant more amount of low information in order to make it fit, especially also because I use like really like just like bass heavy beats. And so after that, then I have another compressor, and this is just Logic Studio FET, so more aggression.
I'ma take all of my pride and not taking my skills, and I really just hoping they meet it like, yeah.
Then I have a multi-presser, and this is just focusing on this like 200, this low information range, and just clamping down on it just to keep it in place.
I'ma take all of my pride and not taking my skills, and I really just hoping they meet it like,
And you
yeah.
can see that that's like barely really doing anything, but that's just to make sure. I have another channel EQ again for this boxy-ish kind of area, and this 800K range.
I'ma take all of my pride and not taking my skills, and I really just hoping they meet it like, yeah.
And the last thing I have is Nectar, and this is like an all-in-one kind of suite where I can do multiple things. So what I have here is an EQ just to follow those low end information and just make sure nothing goes out of place. And I use the dynamic setting, and then I don't have any compression. I do have a little bit of de-esser on as well. So kind of see that.
I'ma take all of my pride and not taking my skills, and I really just hoping they meet it like, yeah. I'ma take all of my pride and not taking my skills, and I really just hoping they meet it like, yeah.
And there you go. And that's what you get in the context of the mix right here.
I'ma take all of my pride and not taking my skills, and I really just hoping they meet it like, yeah.
And then I do a similar thing here. So I have like I call it a dry section, but it doesn't have auto-tune on it. And so I route those into a summing stack as well. And as you can see, the difference here is there is waves auto-tune on it, but the correction is like really low. And so you don't really perceive any correction kind of happening. But as far as the processing, like on the actual bus itself, it's all the same, as you can see, as the tuned information. And so that just kind of keeps things in the same area, in the same arena, if you will, and allows them to sort of play nice and kind of sound similar, even though they're kind of different vocal performances. One's more like rappy and the other one's melodic. So you can kind of hear this right here.
Wanna see them.
Oops, let me unmute that.
I don't wanna see them. So many problems, and now that I see them, so many problems, I really don't need them. I'ma be here and I'm switching it up, and I really don't talk and I really don't feature. Yeah. I'ma be here and I stand in the arena, kicking around like I'm from Argentina. Better what time, so I think I patina. Smoothing like water, call me Aquafina.
And there you go. That's how I edited this song, and I'm thinking of dropping it. If you guys want to see me mix and record and all of that stuff, like kind of more live, and then like literally do all of that live and then drop the video of that, let me know in the description, and or let me know in the comments, and I can kind of do something like that. Whenever I post a song, I'll post it in the description or in the comments. But this is just kind of basic. I just kind of want to put something out there and just show you kind of a different way to do something. In the past, I would have like essentially this processing on like all of these, and then I would do a little basic processing on the summing stack, But this time around, I wanted to show you what it would look like if you did all the main processing here. And then if you just had like little bits of things that you wanted to do, on here. So I have like some channel EQs, if you can see, for certain tracks and things like that. And the same for the non-auto tune vocal. It's the exact same processing. So just wanted to show that. And whenever I drop the song, if you want to check it out, I'll leave it, like I said, in the comments. And yeah, I'll see y'all next time. Peace.